As you're clearly aware by now, we are so back. And because we were gone for over a week, there are a lot of important stories to catch up on, but none more important than this one. Folks, brace yourselves because Livy just convinced baby Gronk to commit to LSU. Baby Gronk is the #1 college football prospect in the country. He averages 300 yards and 5 touchdowns a game. On his visit to LSU, Livy rizzed him up. Livy even hugged baby Gronk. He might be the new Riz King. And if you have no idea what we're talking about, congratulations. You have officially reached retirement age at the meme factory.
You read that way too enthusiastically. You have to do it with a completely flat affect. Like you're being held prisoner and forced to make TikToks about a 9-year-old Pee-wee football player.
Yeah, but look, congrats if you have no idea what we're talking about. You've retired, here's your watch, enjoy your remaining years. And we will try to explain that whole mess a little bit later, including an update to the story involving the Drip King. But first,
God damn it.
Let's get back to reality with some updates on the real sporting event of the century, the 2024 presidential election. And apparently, as of when we filmed this, another Trump indictment. That's the other big story.
Hey, and there might still be more indictments in the box. Who's to say? But we got a new one, folks. Very exciting.
Yeah.
So let's start with that, since it's the most recent and still evolving story. But yeah, former president and current presidential candidate Donald Trump, who you're now allowed to say is actually the current president and didn't lose the last election on YouTube, because they got rid of that. So
very convenient.
The rightful president, Donald Trump, who actually won in 2020. You can't tell me no, but you know who he is. But yeah, he is expected to be indicted very soon, potentially by the time this video goes up. This indictment is related to his mishandling of those classified documents after he left office. And the announcement comes directly from the source, Donald Trump himself, who posted about his indictment on Truth Social, saying, "The corrupt Biden administration has informed my attorneys that I have been indicted, seemingly over the boxes hoax, even though Joe Biden has 1,850 boxes at the University of Delaware, additional boxes in Chinatown, D.C., with even more boxes at the University of Pennsylvania, and documents strewn all over his garage floor where he parks his Corvette, and which is secured by only a garage door that is paper thin and open much of the time. I have been summoned to appear at the federal courthouse in Miami on Tuesday at 3 p.m. I never thought it possible that such a thing could happen to a former president of the United States, who received far more votes than any sitting president in the history of our country, and is currently leading by far all candidates, both Democrat and Republican, in polls of the 2024 presidential election. I am an innocent man!"
We're just innocent men.
This is indeed a dark day for the United States of America. We are a country in serious and rapid decline, but together, we will make America great again.
Wow, I really missed that. Thank you.
Yeah, over on Truth, no character limit, and you don't have to pay $8 for it. So.
And it's caps lock by default.
And Elon's talking about getting rid of the block function on Twitter, and if he does that, that is it. I will fucking leave. And so maybe I'll go over to Truth.
Yeah. Anyways, Politico adds that the precise charges that federal prosecutors have obtained against Trump were not immediately clear, but Trump said his attorneys were informed by the Justice Department on Thursday that a grand jury indictment had been obtained. And this comes after a busy few weeks for Trump and his legal team. Now, a few weeks back, one of the lawyers working on this case resigned. And then a story broke from a maintenance worker at Mar-a-Lago who alleged that he'd inadvertently helped move boxes of classified documents into a storage shed on the property just the day before Mar-a-Lago was raided. Oh yeah, no, I saw a guy moving those boxes around and I asked if he wanted help, and sure enough, he did. Yeah. So, look, not my fault, but yeah, I moved some boxes around. Also, after that, news broke regarding an audio recording of Trump from 2021 where he, quote, discussed a sensitive military document he'd kept after leaving the White House, and that in the recording, Mr. Trump suggested he knew the document was secret and had not declassified it. The Justice Department immediately demanded the document, but it's apparently missing. Oops. Then earlier this week, it was reported that the final White House chief of staff under Trump, Mark Meadows, testified before a grand jury in a special counsel investigation of Trump.
And Trump was very, very upset about that,
Yeah, he
too.
was big mad. Finally, on Thursday of this week, before Trump posted on Truth Social, it appears as though his legal team was made aware that Trump is, in fact, the target of an investigation.
I also saw something, I don't know how true this is, but they may have intentionally flooded the basement at Mar-a-Lago.
Oh, oops.
Oh God, our entire Olympic-sized pool is flooding into the lowest ground we have, which happens to be where a bunch of boxes are.
It would make sense,
no.
like all of the...
Or like where their server is, I don't know.
I don't
know if it's true.
Allusions to like the way Trump handles things like a mob boss. That is exactly what would happen.
Be a real shame if that swimming pool were to spring a leak.
Yeah.
And yeah, just to show you how fast news breaks while we're writing and filming these episodes, in the time it took us to write the backstory on this classified documents investigation and his potential indictment, the New York Times updated their reporting and confirmed that former President Trump has indeed been indicted.
Yeah.
So
that quick.
Hey, the news travels fast.
Yes, it does.
Here's that update. The Justice Department took the legally and politically momentous step of lodging federal criminal charges against former President Donald J. Trump. Multiple people familiar with the matter said on Thursday, following a lengthy investigation of his handling of classified documents that he took with him upon leaving office and then obstructing the government's efforts to reclaim them. The indictment, filed in federal district court in Miami, is the first time in American history a former president has faced federal charges. It puts the nation in an extraordinary position, given Mr. Trump's status not only as a one-time chief executive, but also as the frontrunner for the 2024 Republican presidential nomination to face President Biden, whose administration will now be seeking to convict his potential rival.
Wow.
He's doing a Eugene Debs. I think that's the last time we had a major candidate like literally in prison while running for the job.
This is wild. This is apparently the first time a president has been charged with federal crimes.
Yeah, we usually try to avoid that, but let's get weird.
He couldn't help himself. But yeah, so this story will obviously be evolving over the next few days, but it leads into the rest of our updates quite well. Because as a result of Trump's continuing legal problems, of which there are many, including the election tampering in Georgia, another candidate for the Republican Party is actually pretty necessary. There has to be a backup.
They need to have a backup.
We've said it before, but there is simply no way any potential candidates are going to be able to go toe-to-toe with Trump if that would pan out that way and he's not just in jail or something, because Trump just doesn't give a fuck. He will say anything and everything.
Yeah, this is like...
There's no filter.
It's like the first Batman game, Arkham Asylum. You know, it's Trump versus all of his old adversaries. They've all sprung out. It's
You're not going to beat him.
But yeah, I mean, Batman wins.
But these candidates, they're just kind of there because it allows the GOP voters a few more options in case Trump is legally barred from running.
Also, in this country right now, it's great. Running for office is a great way to make money. If you got nothing else really going on, running for office with even medium name recognition is a great way to stay rich.
You know who's really upset about this? Vivek Ramaswamy. Because now there's more notable names in there, and he's just like, what the hell, guys?
Yeah.
Anyways, when we left for break, no shade to Mr. Ramaswamy. Well, all shade to him, but
he sucks.
There were only two real candidates on the Republican side.
What do you mean by that? You mean white candidates? Wow, that's fucking racist.
No, that's not what I mean. But there were two main candidates vying for the nomination. That would be DeSantis and Trump. But while we were gone, two exciting new challengers entered the arena. Two candidates who have a significantly low chance of even coming close to challenging either DeSantis or Trump. And first up, former Vice President Mike Pence, who has, it seems, vastly overestimated his popularity on the national stage.
Buddy, no one really, they weren't voting for you last time.
No.
You were just sort of there.
Yeah. Earlier this week, he announced that he will seek the nomination for President of the United States after first checking in with Mother to make sure that it's okay. By the way, Mother is what he calls his wife.
The woman he had children with.
Yeah.
He fucked his mom.
So he had to check in with Mother first, and then also had to ride around Iowa on a motorcycle in a failed attempt to look cool.
Yeah, you can take the polo shirt off the man, but you can't take the man off the polo shirt.
Well, you can put a leather vest on the man with all of the patches neatly designed in a perfect manner, but you can't make him look very cool.
He would have looked a lot cooler if he had one of those Trumpy bears on the handlebars.
Yes. But yeah, regardless, Christians who dress like they're in a motorcycle gang, they are just fascinating. It is fascinating to me.
Yeah. Just anyone who dresses like they're in a motorcycle gang but isn't actually in a motorcycle gang.
Yeah.
It's a very weird. Anytime I see them on their, Sunday rides.
On their perfectly maintenance
Yeah.
Harleys that cost $50,000.
I always have to wonder, what happens if they, run into, actual, Hells Angels or Mongols at the gas station or some shit. That's got to be fucking awkward.
Well, they probably are legitimately scared.
Yeah, I would imagine.
It's stolen valor.
It kind of is. You take that patch off.
Yeah. But their patch is like a mock of the other one, and really it's like Riders for Christ or something like that.
Yeah. Ugh, lame. Anyway, Pence's campaign's already off to a great start because, like all the other candidates, he simply does not have the Riz.
Yeah.
He's definitely no drip king.
No.
He's no big, tiny Gronk.
Tiny Gronk.
Baby Gronk. He's already stumbling out the gate. The most glaring example of this is his attempt at attacking Trump's ability to lead the country, saying at his kickoff rally in Iowa, "The American people deserve to know. On January 6th, President Trump also demanded I choose between him and the Constitution. Now voters will be faced with the same choice. I chose the Constitution, and I always will. I believe that anyone who puts themselves over the Constitution should never be President of the United States. And anyone who asks someone else to put them over the Constitution should never be President of the United States again." Okay, yeah, pretty standard stuff, but when pressed about whether or not he would support the Republican nominee, whoever it is, he said that he would.
Yeah.
Which, it's not going to be you, Mike.
No, it's chances are
Yeah.
it's probably going to be.
In the seemingly likely, almost certain event that Trump is the nominee, Pence would theoretically support him as the nominee, despite clearly stating that Trump should never be president again.
And I've always supported the Republican nominee for president of the United States. And I'll support the Republican nominee in 2024, especially if it's me.
Well, but I just need to follow up on this because you also say, and I've heard you say this for years, I'm a Christian, I'm a conservative, and a Republican in that order.
Yeah.
You just spent a lot of time, both here and earlier today, explaining why you think that the former president did not uphold his oath to the Constitution. So then how can you say that you would support him if he's the nominee?
Well, because I don't think Donald Trump's going to be the nominee
what if
in
he
the
is?
Republican Party. I don't think he's going to be the nominee.
What if he is?
I have great confidence in Republican primary voters. We have a field of strong and experienced candidates that grew by one today.
Also, look who it is. Jolly old Chris Christie.
Hey, big boy season's back on.
Big boy summer.
Big boy summer, let's go.
We out here sweating. Yes, former New Jersey Governor Chris Christie, a very odd-shaped man who resembles a rotund Fred
Very
Flintstone.
strange, center of gravity going on there. He's fat, but in a way that you never really see anymore.
Yeah.
I just don't get it.
You feed him an egg and you're like, wow, that one egg costs 40 eggs. How does it happen?
And then he shows you his asshole.
Now, you may remember Chris Christie from the time where he closed all the beaches in New Jersey and then took his family to the beach so that they could enjoy it all by themselves.
Yeah, and they got some great pictures of him just chilling on the beach.
Yeah. Or there's the time that he closed down access to the George Washington Bridge because he was pissed off at the town's Democratic mayor, causing massive traffic delays and blocking essential services from operating in the immediate area due to gridlock.
He's a very petty man.
Yeah. Or the time that he nearly died after Trump gave him COVID. And that's what he said. He's like, no, Trump gave this to me. And I almost died. I was in the intensive care unit.
He did fit the profile of someone who would die from COVID.
Yes.
So,
Chris Christie has joined the race.
hey,
Welcome to
all
the party,
right,
pal.
welcome aboard, sir.
And he obviously came out swinging at none other than Donald Trump, saying that he thought he could try at the time to make Trump a better president. That's why he was hitching his wagon to him.
Right.
Okay, he thought he could help. But he added, turns out I was wrong. I couldn't make him a better candidate and I couldn't make him a better president. And he disappointed me. And he also said that Trump was a, quote, self-consumed, self-serving mirror hog. And Trump responded to this on his social media platform by exclaiming, how many times did Chris Christie use the word small? Does he have a psychological problem with size?
Wow! Oh!
Actually, his speech was small and not very good. And he followed that up with a video of Chris Christie's speech, just with a large buffet added to it, and Chris Christie holding a plate that is absolutely filled with meats and carbs. He's calling him fat. He's saying, look at this fat slob.
Remarkable.
Yes.
He's probably gonna get stuck in a bathtub like Howard Taft.
How's he gonna govern when he can't even fit through the White House doors? They're gonna have to call it the rotund office.
Can we even get Chris up here on this debate stage? Is it gonna collapse under his gargantuan weight? So yeah, this was only a small taste of what we are going to be seeing going forward with doctored videos. And while this one is extremely obviously faked, it's fun. There are some deep fake or AI-generated videos being shared by candidates that appear as though they've been passed off as real. Again, anyone who's been following this stuff for any period of time would be able to tell that it's fake. But a lot of people are old and or stupid. And Ron DeSantis' campaign released an attack ad against Trump recently that used AI-generated deep fakes to show Trump hugging and kissing Dr. Anthony Fauci.
He loves him.
I can't believe he did that.
Yeah, in real life.
I can't believe you've done this, sir. Here's The Verge with more. The campaign backing Ron DeSantis as Republican presidential nominee in 2024 has used what what anyone with fucking eyes identify as AI-generated deepfakes in an attack ad against rival Donald Trump. On June 5th, the DeSantis War Room Twitter account shared a video emphasizing Trump's support for Anthony Fauci, a former White House chief medical advisor and key figure in developing the U.S. response to COVID-19. The video includes real clips of Trump discussing Fauci and a collage of 6 pictures of the two men together. Of the 6 images, 3 appear to be AI-generated, showing Trump embracing Fauci.
Yeah, and one, he's giving him a big old smooch right on his nose. This is also like, as DeSantis, you would probably not want to draw attention to the praise of Anthony Fauci, considering Ron DeSantis praised Anthony Fauci early on.
Lockdown Ron.
Yeah.
It is very funny that one of the key battlegrounds between Trump and DeSantis is like who can pretend more that they weren't all about fucking like keeping COVID under control, at least early on. Like Trump's calling DeSantis like the lockdown king. Oh, Mr. Lockdown.
DeSantis is like, oh, it was him. He did the vaccines.
Yeah, and Trump still, to his credit, still is like, it's mostly due to his own vanity, but he's like, Operation Warp Speed was pretty good, right? Hey, I got so many vaccines, it would have never happened without me. And they're like, we hate the vaccines.
Well, I did it anyway.
I did it.
Yeah.
You should really get it.
Yeah.
A lot of you are dying. Maybe too many.
Oh, man. But DeSantis has been busy elsewhere, though, like in this next clip where he was asked arguably the most simple question that someone could ask a candidate.
This man is incapable of being normal for like fucking 10 seconds.
That question was, how do you pronounce your last name? And as you watching might be aware, he has 2 very distinct pronunciations that he uses. And that's DeSantis and DeSantis. It's odd, but here he is clearing this whole mess up.
There's been some confusion over your last name and the pronunciation, and I'm just wondering, to correct the record, what is it?
No, that's ridiculous, these stupid things. Listen, the way to pronounce my last name, Winner.
Well,
why you gotta be weird? God damn it.
The rumor I've seen is that he was informed at some point that he should embrace his Italian heritage.
He has to, Ron DeSantis.
And apparently he was told that it is, if he was an actual Italian, he would pronounce it like that. So he bobbles back and forth between the two.
If he was an actual Italian, he'd have more Rizzed.
Yes.
You know, Italian Americans are one of the backbones of this country, and they're
That's true.
You know, culturally, we love them. We love Italian Americans. It's fun to talk like them. It's fun to eat their food. They got their whole thing going. And you mean to tell me that this fucking Wonder Bread piece of shit here, Ron DeSantis, is Italian American? I don't think so, buddy.
Yeah.
This man eats a fucking spaghetti, and he's like, ooh, spicy.
Yeah,
come on.
This buttered spaghetti is too spicy.
Yeah.
Don't let him culturally appropriate the Italians.
Yeah, if I was, I'm not Italian, but if I was.
I am technically, apparently.
Oh, that's right, you are.
Yeah.
Well, don't claim him.
Yeah. No, I don't.
Yeah.
He's out. Anyways, with that out of the way, it's Trump's turn to throw some barbs. And if the reports from his camp are true, he might be sizing up Ron DeSantis for a literal dick measuring contest.
Let's go. Let's fucking go.
Let him cook. It is truly unfortunate how entertaining the end of the world is shaping up. But here's Rolling Stone with more. Already, Trump has suggested that DeSantis, his chief rival, might be secretly gay. He's gone after DeSantis over pronunciation of his own last name. He has claimed to have salacious dirt on Florida's governor that he might release during the primary. Recently, Trump's campaign went after one of DeSantis' top aides, apparently insulting her physical appearance. But it continues.
Now, some of Trump's longtime advisors are even urging him to continuously make reference to the size of DeSantis' penis, telling him such insults could stick with GOP primary voters and mess with his rival's head.
That's right.
Two sources with knowledge of the matter tell Rolling Stone. Trump's team discussed having Trump refer to the Trump's team discussed having Trump refer to the Florida governor as Tiny D. Bloomberg reported in March. While some understood it as a shot at DeSantis' height. Wait, how tall even is he?
I don't know, because he wears those lifts.
Oh, interesting.
So, yeah, I don't know.
The sobriquet was specifically intended to suggest diminutive genitalia for people familiar with the topic say. He's also short, but yes, of course, it's about his penis. That's why we're doing it. Said a source involved in the effort to get the former president to use the line of attack against DeSantis. No, we're talking about his cock.
It's double entendre. Yeah.
And yeah, while we haven't seen Trump pull the small dick card yet, he's saving it.
Yeah.
He has gone after DeSantis' overuse of the word woke. This was a great clip. This is a recent appearance
And no
in
lies
Iowa.
detected again.
I know. When he's right, he's right. Here you go.
It's gone sick. And I don't like the term woke because I hear woke. You know, it's like just a term that use half the people can't even define it. They don't know what it is.
I love that, because like Trump, I mean, actually Trump's never really been like fully on board with that, the culture war side of things. Like he plays into it, but he's never been like a fucking Ron DeSantis, Matt Walsh type where he's going on about it constantly, like pathologically. And it's very funny that like he probably would be leaning into it a lot more right now because it's all anyone on the right wants to fucking talk about. But DeSantis has already like staked his claim on that. And so Trump has to be like, that's all he fucking talks about. Woke this, woke that. It's meaningless now. And he's right. But for the wrong reasons, as usual.
But folks, we have so much more to get to, including the CEO of CNN getting ousted, Tucker Carlson's big floppy debut on Twitter.com, and of course, more on that baby Gronk drip king Rizzed situation. But first, let's thank today's sponsor for allowing us to come on here and ramble at you for hours on end. HelloFresh. With HelloFresh, you get farm-fresh, pre-portioned ingredients and seasonal recipes delivered right to your doorstep. You can skip trips to the grocery store and count on HelloFresh to make home cooking easy, fun, and affordable. Well, that's why it's America's #1 meal kit. And this summer, HelloFresh is here to take the work out of eating well. Reach your goals with delicious, calorie-smart and protein-smart lunch and dinner options, plus new vegan recipes too.
Get farm to table quality with every HelloFresh box. HelloFresh's seasonal ingredients are picked at peak ripeness and travel from the farm to your doorstep in less than 7 days for fresh flavor in every bite. Figuring out what's for dinner is not at the top of anyone's summer activity wish list. HelloFresh delivers mouth-watering, chef-crafted recipes and fresh ingredients to your door so you can spend your summer doing, well, whatever you want. HelloFresh Market has new snacks, meals, and more to add to your weekly order, like their fun s'mores bundle for the kids or the adults. HelloFresh makes entertaining easy with a selection of crowd-pleasing eats like their bratwurst bar with caramelized onions, Dijonnaise slaw, and pineapple relish, or a snack board with pretzel bites, spiced bar nuts, and hot honey peach jam.
Ooh, show up to the barbecue ready to go. This summer, spend less time meal planning and prepping with HelloFresh's pre-portioned ingredients that make it easy to get cooking quick. HelloFresh is your recipe for success. From foolproof instructions to high-quality proteins and veggies, HelloFresh brings out your inner chef with every tasty, easy-to-prepare meal. No matter your lifestyle, you'll always find delicious recipes on the HelloFresh menu, like pescatarian and veggie. You can even swap proteins and sides to make a recipe just how you like it. And one of our favorites from this week's menu is their street cart style turkey bowls with yellow rice, white sauce, and pitas. Ready in just 20 minutes! Are you kidding me? That saves us precious time that we need to edit our videos for you. So go to HelloFresh.com/newsdump16 and use code newsdump16 for 16 free meals plus free shipping. That's HelloFresh.com/newsdump16 with our code newsdump16 for 16 free meals plus free shipping. HelloFresh, America's #1 meal kit.
All right, back to the show. And it appears as though we have some late breaking news
Yeah.
coming to us via satellite.
Yeah.
Update. Baby Gronk cheated on Livy Dunn.
Wow.
Baby Gronk cheated on Livy Dunn. Baby Gronk, aka the new Rizzed King, is the #1 college football prospect in the country and was committed to LSU. But recently, he's been seen on recruiting visits all across the nation. He's even met with Nick Saban and Deion Sanders. Livy is not happy about this. She might even get back together with the Drip King. Do you think Livy will stay with Baby Gronk or get back with the Drip King?
We'll keep you posted as more updates come our way because, like we pointed out with the Trump indictment, this is an actively evolving situation. There's all kinds of clout and rizz on the line.
Yes,
here.
this is important.
And drip. But let's refocus onto a story that's far less important. Tucker Carlson's grand return to the airwaves and how awkward and boring and potentially contract breaking it was. This man, he's in his flop era. I watched a couple seconds of it and I was like,
He doesn't have it.
It's not the same.
No. Tucker made his big Twitter debut earlier this week, posting an entire episode of his new show directly to the social media platform, just like he said he would. And yeah, I mean, it got a lot of views.
Sure, but what is a view?
But as we pointed out on yesterday's show and many times before, a view on Twitter is essentially undefinable, but it seems to be around the 3-second mark. So if you scrolled by Tucker's video, which is algorithmically forced onto most timelines, that will count as a view, thus inflating the video to impossibly high numbers. And if these numbers were correct, and if people watched the entire 10-minute episode and didn't just scroll by it, then Tucker's show got about as many viewers as the Super Bowl.
Wow. Damn.
Big success.
Good job, Tuck.
Yeah, and something that surely everyone is talking about in day-to-day conversation, like those other large events.
I can't walk down the street without people being like, Tucker this, Tucker that.
Did you see that Ukraine blew up a Russian dam?
What are you talking about? Was that on Tucker?
Oh.
Because if it wasn't, I didn't see it. I'm all about Tucker.
So
he's only one day a week so far, so I'm just rewatching Tucker.
Well, he has 2 episodes up now.
Oh shit, a new Tucker
just dropped.
Let's fucking wrap this up. I got a Tucker to catch up on. Tucker!
So, of course, this is all very stupid, and numbers aside, his show is lacking in every conceivable way as it's been stripped down to the bare bones. No fancy team of writers, no pricey graphics package, no proper production quality at all. Just a man in what appears to be a barn rambling into the camera.
Yeah, it made me realize, you watch American news, especially Fox, and you compare it to something more subtle, PBS NewsHour, Al Jazeera, BBC. The graphics packages they're running on Fox, it's like every fucking way to integrate the American flag is just colors and fucking lights and shit.
There's a million things going on. There's chyrons, there's
take
tickers.
that away and there's really not much happening.
It's very boring.
Yeah.
Honestly, a lot of people are saying that even our show has better production quality.
What he needs to do, this is obvious, I shouldn't be giving advice to Tucker Carlson, but you move you over to one side, and then you have that like subway
the coin chasing game.
Yeah, the game where the kid's running down the train tracks, and maybe someone cutting that foam.
Yeah,
and the colors. You do that, and that's how you win, baby.
Yep.
Come on, get with the times, Tuck.
So remember to give our video a like down below and get us back into the algorithm for after our little
Yeah, if you don't like
there.
this video, you are tacitly saying that Tucker Carlson
is better
than us, which that's not nice.
You have to click the like button.
But yeah, back to Tucker's internet news show, which I guess is now our main competitor.
Yeah, welcome to Thunderdome.
Yeah, regardless of its quality, it looks like this news show actually does breach his contract with Fox News. It means that they won't have to pay him millions upon millions of dollars for doing absolutely nothing, which that was how it was going to work out before.
He just sat on his hands and made millions, but nope, he decided to do the other thing.
Here's NBC News with more. Fox News told Tucker Carlson's lawyers Wednesday that the former star anchor breached his contract with the conservative network when he released the first episode of a new show on Twitter this week, according to a source with direct knowledge of the matter. In a letter to Carlson's lawyers, Fox News General Counsel Bernard Gugar said the broadcaster was in breach of his contract, which was signed in November 2019 and amended in February 2021. In a statement, Carlson's lawyer, Bryden Friedman, insisted that any legal action by Fox News would infringe on Carlson's First Amendment rights. Fox defends its very existence on freedom of speech grounds, Friedman said. Now they want to take Tucker Carlson's right to speak freely away from him because he took to social media to share his thoughts on current events. Let them fight.
Yeah, meanwhile, in an attempt to convince his aging Fox News audience to find and watch his new show, Tucker has laid out extremely descriptive instructions regarding how to find and watch him. In a newsletter sent out to his boomer mailing list, he goes through step by agonizing step on how to watch a video on Twitter.com. It is incredible stuff, and apparently not necessary, considering his show is already getting better viewership than any show in the history of media.
Yeah, he did it.
And while we wait for there to be anything of substantial note coming out of his barn talks, we can only hope that his numbers do begin to dwindle bit by bit as the morbid curiosity wears off and only the cranks are left watching his social media show. Surely, though, if he's really getting these big astronomical numbers, Twitter has been saved.
Wow.
And the brands will be back post-haste to feast on these incredible metrics.
Great job.
Right? But speaking of the news media, CNN's CEO, Chris Licht, who had only been in charge of the company for about a year, has been ousted. Or departed from the company, sorry.
Departed.
Here's CNN with more on CNN CEO being CANNED'd.
Fucking. Damn. It's good. Chris Licht, the embattled chief executive and chairman of CNN, whose brief one-year tenure at the network was stained by a series of severe missteps, departed the company on Wednesday. I met with Chris and he will be leaving CNN. David Zaslav, the chief executive of parent company Warner Brothers Discovery, told CNN employees at the start of the network's daily editorial meeting. Licht's departure capped a tumultuous year for CNN, marked by layoffs, shrinking profits, historically low ratings, very low, the firing of 2 anchors, and rock-bottom employee morale. The chaos that defined last year also followed several other gut punches to the organization, including the ouster of previous leader Jeff Zucker and shuttering of nascent streaming service CNN Plus. Oh yeah, I forgot about CNN Plus. That was a real...
I love
real flop.
That this is CNN reporting on themselves and just being like, pathetic. We're doing terrible.
Yeah, I mean, I imagine a lot of people that work there
They
are
were
like,
pissed.
Yeah, they're probably glad this fucker's gone.
Yeah. And this also comes on the heels of a report from The Atlantic, which followed Licht's wild year that culminated in the now infamous Trump town hall. And their reporting revealed that Licht was well aware that the crowd was filled with pro-Trump Republicans, even noting them as extra Trumpy, and not the right-leaning independents that the network had claimed it was filled with. And also, according to their reporting, because he'd created such a safe space for Trump, before Trump took the stage, Licht told him to go out there and have fun. Anyways, that guy's gone, because instead of bridging the gap between Democrats and Republicans, he just made both sides, and their own anchors and employees, agree that CNN fucking sucks.
Yeah.
Wait, hold on, I'm getting word that we have another update on Baby Gronk.
Oh, thank God.
Okay, we'll save it for the end. We wouldn't want you to leave the video
No, I want to
early.
know- I want the Baby Gronk news.
That's called a teaser. That's a teaser, okay?
I'm on the edge of my seat.
There is plenty more Baby Gronk news where that came from, but first, it's gaming news time.
That's right, gamers. Zelda is no longer the most talked about game in gaming. That title belongs to Diablo 4. And they've deployed some pretty creative marketing strategies in order to promote this new addition to the wildly successful action RPG series, like lighting a bunch of wildfires in Canada in order to turn the skies of New York City orange, just like the flames of hell, thus providing their billboards which read, "Welcome to Hell, New York," with very appropriate backgrounds.
Yeah.
Wow. It all
They
makes
really
sense
went
now.
for it, yeah.
But yeah, if lighting half of North America on fire for a marketing stunt wasn't bad enough, apparently Blizzard added actual demonic spirits to the game itself, which are being released as players progress through the campaign.
Oh, no!
Bottoms up.
And the devil laughs.
Here's the outlet Dead State with more on that.
In an op-ed for the far-right Christian website Charisma News, notable lack of Rizzed from Charisma News. Author James Lasher warned about the new action role-playing video game Diablo 4, saying that few are aware or care that with this game comes the promotion of a very real demonic spirit, Lilith. And here's more from that op-ed. The night creature mentioned in Isaiah 34 is also the main antagonist in the upcoming game that paints her as an anti-hero, who really is not evil at heart. Has the church gone about warning the younger generations in the right way about the spiritual doors that can be opened by playing games like this? Perhaps instead of yelling and wagging a finger in their faces, Christians instead tell those playing this game the true dangers behind it. The danger of desensitizing millions, because this game will sell millions of units across the world, to the dangers of actual demons and the torment they can inflict upon one who is not protected by the Holy Spirit is being seen in society already.
Damn. Yeah. I'd love to hear one of these people explain exactly how this works. Like,
I don't know.
This demon is now in like millions and millions of copies of this game. Like, you download a demon to your fucking hard drive when you install.
You say
how
his
does
name
this work?
and it becomes more real.
Also, the demon's in the game. Oh no, the demon's in the fucking Bible. So shouldn't you get rid of your Bible? Come on.
Yeah.
Anyway, is it good?
Yes, it is. I regret
Okay.
to inform everyone that Diablo 4 is fantastic.
I've never
You should
played
definitely
a
play it.
Diablo, but yeah, I'm thinking about getting into this one.
Yes, I have a group of mutual friends that are all playing. So
Wait, is it multiplayer?
yeah,
Oh, well, I don't know.
you can play it completely solo if you want.
Yeah, I don't want.
But once you get to the point where you're like having a great time, you know everything, we'll join up with you.
I'll think about it.
You'd like it. It's just loot exploding everywhere. But there's enough updates and visual stuff in this that make it fun. And I know a lot of Diablo purists out there are going to be, but sorry, as a adult casual gamer, it speaks to me.
Yeah.
It's easy enough. I
this
click
have-
the button.
Is there permadeath?
That you can do permadeath, yeah. And one of the big controversies now is that there was a race to 100 on hardcore mode, which is the permadeath mode, and some guy made it to level 100 and then got killed because the server's disconnected.
Yeah, that sucks.
Yeah.
Anyway, now the time you've all been waiting for
That's right.
has come. It's time for the final Baby Gronk update of today. But not the final one ever, because obviously we are going to be closely following the Baby Gronk saga
This is
for
going to be
years
playing
to
out
come.
for the next 30 years.
Yeah,
as
he's
he
only like
works
9.
his way
so,
through the NFL.
Yeah, he won't even start college at LSU, hopefully, for like 10
a long
years.
time, yeah.
Anyway, we regret to inform you that Baby Gronk has committed war crimes in the Balkans. Baby Gronk is only 9 years old, but he's already violated the Geneva Convention 40 times. You know what? Here, just watch the actual video that I'm referencing that was made to mock all the Baby Gronk news. It was created by Digital Mischief. It's great. Enjoy.
Baby Gronk has committed war crimes in the Balkans. Baby Gronk is only 9 years old, but he's already violated the Geneva Convention 40 times. He committed unspeakable acts against unarmed civilians in the former Yugoslavia, and he averages 5 touchdowns a game. On Baby Gronk's recent visit to the Islamic Republic of Iran, the Ayatollah Khomeini rizzed him up. Inshallah, Baby Gronk will be the new Riz King. Do you think Baby Gronk will be tried at The Hague?
That's pretty good.
I know. But again, if you have no idea what the fuck is going on with this Baby Gronk shit, welcome to the club. I came out of the woods, and it was one of the first news stories I saw, and was just like, have I been gone that long?
You don't know about Baby Gronk?
I must
Where
have
the
missed
hell
that.
have you been?
I'm in
You didn't know about
beautiful Yosemite
You didn't
Valley.
know about Livy rizzing Baby Gronk up?
No, I didn't.
And how he might be the next Drip King?
No, there was no one rolling by through the Yosemite Valley screaming it into a megaphone.
You know, it's possible to touch too much grass, and it sounds like that's what happened here.
Yeah, no, I was at the visitor center getting my National Park passport stamp, and someone walked by and said, "Hey, did you hear Livy rizzed up Baby Gronk?" And I said, "Excuse me? What the fuck?"
Is Livy the name of one of the many bears
Yes.
in the park?
Yeah, someone didn't lock their food
Is
away.
Baby Gronk a moose?
But before looking into this, I wasn't even sure if any of these people were real or if it was like some viral prank.
No, it's real.
But apparently this is something that's happening. Luckily, most people on Earth think it is just as ridiculous as we do, and that is the reason it's gone viral, because of how outrageously stupid it is. And also how the news has been delivered, specifically by one TikToker in particular who reads it in a very monotone, matter-of-fact way.
Yeah.
With zany sound effects happening in the
with
background.
giant text on the screen.
And like boink, boink,
like
boink.
I feel like my eyes are being held open.
This
I'm
is how
being,
Tucker
like,
needs
forced.
to report on his show.
Yeah, it's weirdly mesmerizing, and yeah, the fact that this guy might not even be real. Do we know this isn't just like an AI, like text-to-speech
We don't know
person?
anymore.
He's that monotone, that just flat.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, if for some strange, disgusting reason you're still interested in learning about more to this story, which you shouldn't be, We will leave a link to an equally confusing article by reputable outlet SB Nation. And their headline reads, "Is Baby Gronk the new drip king, or is he just getting rizzed up by Livy?"
That's a great question. Yeah.
Our verdict, these people are talking about children. And if he is actually 9, why is a college-aged girl even interacting with him at all?
Because it's a sweet collab.
It's weird. The memes are funny, though, I gotta admit. You're laughing. Baby Gronk just stole Livy from the Drip King, and you're laughing. And then there's this one.
Lester Holt. Is Baby Gronk the new Riz King? Donald Trump. It's a beautiful thing, really, what Livy did for him. Ron DeSantis. I mean, are we really talking about... Trump. Ron has never even been rizzed up.
Oh, I love it. It's like the damn Daniel of summer 2023.
Yeah.
It's a hot new
meme. It will
meme.
age just as well as that did.
No, look, nobody talks about
It's a good thing Ellen's not around anymore. So she'd have
Baby Gronk could be on right
and
now.
And Livy on, yeah, right now.
So the unfortunate thing is that if he is actually as good as the stats claim he is, we will be hearing about Baby Gronk for the rest of our lives.
Yeah, we'll probably be hearing about his real name, which is literally Madden. It's like just the funniest thing that a child football superstar would be named after a football video game. Or a famous football coach, obviously, but we mostly know about it from the game.
If his career
R.I.P.
plays out like many, and he makes it far enough in his football career, as some do, we will be entering our late 60s when he is retiring from the NFL.
Yeah. Sundays for the boys and watching grown-up Baby Gronk, making those plays.
I want to go back to the woods.
Yeah. Yeah, I'd like to go to the woods too.
Anyways, we do have another new video for you to watch. It's Tech News Day, and in that one we talk all about the Apple VR goggle
I'm so
thing.
fucking annoyed. Dude, this is just YouTube complaints, but like I was very tired. I was ready to go to bed. Video's uploading. I was like, oh good, looks like it's gonna be ready to go live at midnight. And then it's like, boom, you literally can't upload this video. It is blocked. Apple is not letting you use this footage. And I'm like, what the fuck? We've shown Apple footage so many times before, but I guess something changed. And so I had to go back in and re-edit the video. And yeah, by the time it went up, it was like 2 hours later. I was fucking exhausted. I was kind of mad. But
yeah,
please watch the video.
Not even the standard thing would be that Apple claims the ad revenue, which fine, whatever.
Take it.
It's so minuscule that it doesn't matter.
Literally
so
like blocked.
Enjoy. You couldn't even show it to anyone. It was blocked outright.
Yeah.
And would have resulted in a strike had you not taken it down.
Right.
So thank you, Elliot, for fixing that. And thank you for going back to it and making sure you liked it and watched it. In the meantime, like this video, get us back in the good graces.
Rizz us up.
Rizz us up in Daddy YouTube's eyes. And we'll be back soon for another episode of Weekly Weird News. The videos are over there now. Watch them, subscribe, like, and we'll see you soon.
Bye-bye.
Bye.